Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Randomizer, the Impractical playthrough. So like I said in previous parts, I am still missing a few of the essential items. The real essential items I'm looking for at this point in time, I need the hook shot. Desperately, I need the hook shot or long shot. Those two are needed. Bombs are a necessity. I'm gonna need the iron boots. Boomerang just so I can beat Jabu. Yeah, really right now the hook shot is really what I need. Cause then with the hook shot, I can go do the forest temple. It's really coming down to the wire now. Like it is coming down pretty far to the wire in terms of just what to do. It's a little scary. This is kind of the scary part of it. It's like, oh man, I still need a lot of items and I can't do much. Like, the items I have, while they are very good, I'm just missing that one. So unfortunately, this is not going to be a one-hit cycle. Like, not on this controller. Yep. Remember I got it. I got it when I did that race with my friend. I got it. It was the first time I ever got it. I was like, oh man, perfect. I was practicing. I couldn't get it in practice, but I got it the day of the race. And he was like, how'd you beat him so fast? It's like, hey, I practiced. Alright, and that's another dungeon down. Nearly 20 years. These bundles of arrow are getting on my nerves. Can you please stop giving them to me? Wait, but doesn't that mean wasn't the force medallion the one for this one? It's so odd that I can head back to. Yeah, it is. Okay, so when I head back to Temple of Time, that's a new song. Like at this moment, the songs that I really need. Looking at my tracker, then you at a forest. I can get there. It's not too bad. It's good for travel. But really, the song that warps you to the Spirit Temple is probably the one I need the most right now. Because I can get to the Water Temple fine, I can get to Temple of Time fine, it's a little walk, but Spirit Temple, that saves me having to do the Gerudo Fortress, and there's a lot of easy items over there, so that is the song that I really want. And Sun Song gets me another chest too. Like, in the end, they're all really important, but there's some that are better than others. Others, not utters. Maybe I was trying to say utters. Alright. This. Okay. Yeah. It says Deku Salesman Grotto. I feel like did I get this one? Yeah, I think that is the goal right now. So I'll head back to Zoro's domain. I'll fill up on magic beans, get at least 2 more. Then we'll head to Jabu, see what we can accomplish there. That sounds like a game plan. Okay, and the 2 locations. Okay, Death Mountain is one I remember, and Kakariko. Yeah. Okay, those are the 2. If there's any other places, then I'll have to just come back later on. At least with these 2, I can get that heart piece on top of the crater, and I can get the heart piece in that crate in Kakariko. Now it's down to just whatever I can get. Check it out. I believe I've done most of all the child like Link stuff I can possibly do. There's a few other ones, like small things, but like for the most part I'm finished. Now I'm just trying to think of everything. It really does come down to this like thinking in the end of like where is that one item? Wait, did I check there? Like, okay, there's that area I can check too, and maybe I should go here. And it's all like it's pretty much all what ifs. Like you really can't predict. It's like, well, what if that item is good? What if I do go into Fire Temple early? What if I strike gold? Which is what happened when I did actually go my previous playthrough, because I got screwed over. I didn't have enough keys to finish. I think I like bricked the game. But also, I can just go right into the boss fight too, because I have all the necessary stuff. The only thing that's going to make it tough is that I don't have I don't have the fire tunic, so I can't. I only have like 1 minute and 20 seconds to beat him, which is kind of absurd. So I'd have to be really fast. So in that case, actually having these extra hearts would be really useful. Then I could just use that and be good. So I don't know. We'll see what's gonna happen in this part. Right now, it's just kind of like the catch-up part. Got DeviantArt's favorite level. I'm not gonna elaborate on that. If you know, you know. If you know, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh dang, they put it in. You actually have to go get Rudo then. That's smart of them. They thought of everything. It's like, well, what if somebody comes over here? Well, in that case, we put this there. Let me do the cool way of hitting the switch. I didn't know for the longest time you could do that. And I remember it's like, I'm very happy that actually works. You could just throw her onto the switches. And now that I have the extra weight, now to go in all the way. Yeah, I never knew that. I'm still learning new stuff about this game. I've just never thought of, what if I just don't go to Rudo? So I guess I know now. Link is not big enough to keep both those switches down, or to keep that big one down. Alright, here you go. Wish me luck. I'm gonna close my eyes. Oh, why did I close my eyes on this one? The most audible one. Like, I knew exactly what that was from like the first second of that. Oh wait, I have 4. Oh, I'm sad. I just never checked it then. Actually, I have too many. I may have to do the Dompe race. Really thinking of it, I might have to just suck it up and do the race, because I don't know what that item is in the windmill, and I don't know when I'm gonna get the hook shot. What if that's the hook shot right there? I'm gonna be doing a lot of running around. This part might be a little disorganized in some places, but only because I need to check everything now. Oh. First try. Where's my item at? Did I already get it? Like, I do not remember. I'm gonna try it again. Like, I cannot remember for the life of me if I got this. I remember I did this, I think, in part 1 or 2. I want to try it a few more times. If nothing happens, nothing happens, and then I'll just leave it there. I'm noticing a trend this random. Okay, good. I made it in, barely. Noticing a trend this randomizer that bombs seem to be my downfall. I can't find them, and like I spent like 12 years on that mini game, the bomb chew bowling. Me and bombs are just not having a good time in this randomizer seed. I want to see what's in here. Like, the curiosity has got the best of me. I need to see what's in here now. Like, so give me that. I don't think I got it though. I think I got the evil one again. I think I got my expression. Oh! Yes. Let me save state, because I'm not doing that again. Oh man. Oh man. Did I get it? All that work, 30 minutes of this video spent for 5 rupees. Sometimes I just gotta let things go. Like, Cause that sucks. That really stinks. Upscaling. Ah. Serenade of water. Ah. I don't think I can do over there anyway. Okay, now where did I say I was going? Oh yeah, Kakariko. So I'm gonna get that chest over there. I'm gonna redo Dompe's race because I don't know when I'm getting a hook shot. So I'm doing those two things. I'm gonna head to Death Mountain, get the heart piece there. Oh yeah, Forest Temple. I need to go see what menu at a forest has for me. So that's on the roster right now for the rest of this, I believe, unless something else comes up. Yay! I'm so happy. I can. Oh man, you hear how depressed I was sounding a second ago? I was like, well, I guess we'll do that. That's the plan. Now it's like screw the plan. I can go get some stuff done. I'm not doing Dompe's race again. I am checking that item now. I want to finally show that thing off. I wanted to from the beginning. But now I can do Forest Temple. I can do a lot of stuff in Fire Temple. Oh, it's so perfect. Now the question is how to do it again. Got it. And it looks so cool when you get it too. See, isn't that cooler than just doing the Dompe race? Hey, I need more bomb shoes. I'll take that. I'd love the bomb bag, but they're not gonna go back to me. There I go, butchering these songs again. Not as bad as I did Sorry a song like that. That was bad. Remember the Mido skip that I could have bypassed, but I still did it anyway. Good times. You know, in good conscience, I cannot go to the right. I've gone to the left almost every single time I've played, and I must keep the tradition up. What a strange tradition. I was actually already on the right path, and I took another path to get there. All because I always go to the left. Alright, so this is song time. Like I said, there are certain songs that are very, very much like needed right now. The song to Warp to Spirit Temple is like, it's probably the most important one I need right now. So, let's see. Alright, well that's it for all bass songs. So that does open up the Frog Ocarina song. Like I can open up that game now and finish it. So I'm going to call right here next time when I return. Oh, what don't we have? Well, we have the entirety of the Forest Temple, so we're just gonna do that. As always, I'm John, and I will see you later. Yeah, I know. I left her there. So this is going to be a pretty pivotal part because now we're going to be going to some of the bigger dungeons. I said last part that I was going to be going for some stuff off camera. I recorded it. I got some stuff. The Frog Ocarina game, I finally have some songs so I can complete that, and I completely forgot about the Redead Grave chest in Kakariko. So here's some footage of what I got. You won't believe it. Was that the item? I guess it was the 5 rupees. Okay. Alright, I think it's about time to go back to Adult Link now. Yeah, it was it was about what I expected. Yeah, so the one good thing about that, about doing the frog mini games, I got a lot of rupees for it. So that's gonna be very helpful right now because we're gonna need to stock up on bomb shoes. Because I still don't have a bomb bag. Like this many parts in, still no bomb bag, which is crazy. Like where is this thing at? Knowing my luck, I'm gonna get to Ganon's tower and then it'll be right there. Like, yep, here's the bomb bag. It's like, thanks. I don't need it. Remember when I did that Mito trick and I didn't need to do that? Oh, that was pretty good. Alright, let's go. God, this part. For those 3 people who did watch my Ocarina of Time 3-heart challenge, this is the room right here. Actually, this part never got released. I forgot, I never uploaded it. So in the original Ocarina of Time playthrough I did a few months ago, no, last year actually, this room on 3-heart destroyed me because these guys will take you out in like 1 hit pretty much, and it's bad. I died countless times. God, it was rough. half of that video is me dying. Like I forgot what the death count was in the end, but it got to astronomical levels. Oh, okay. Link was cursing. I always thought when Link did that little like grunt when he like falls from a high spot, I always thought he was cursing. I don't know, I sound like he was like saying something. It's like, whoa, it's an E-game. E-game with blood. That sadly got taken out. Now the one thing I am so happy about playing the randomizer, and I'm definitely gonna get to when I get to Fire Temple, I'm gonna hit Ocarina of Time history lesson when I get to that dungeon. But I'm so happy that the randomizer runs off 1.0. The original, just straight up like version of this game. Like the version I own is 1.2, sadly, which fixed a lot of glitches and different things like that. But 1.0 has a lot of cool stuff that they had to take out. And I've always been sad. It's like, man, I've wanted a 1.0. And I was even sad in my original playthrough, the 3-heart challenge, because I was playing on the GameCube version, which is obviously 1.2. And I was even lamenting, it's like, man, like, there's some stuff I really wanted to like show off and really talk about in that playthrough, and then I couldn't get the chance because, well, stuff happened. And there is something funny I did learn, and I never knew it, but I learned just playing the randomizer, is that you really need to get the Goron bracelet. If you don't have the Goron bracelet, you can't move this. Like, I never knew that. Like, if you don't have it, Link cannot push this block. There's something about that just is funny to me. Like, you think like, oh, the Goron bracelet's really only for child Link, but no, the adult Link needs it. Without it, you can't push this block. So I got here, and then it's like, well, I'm stuck now. I had to come back later. I'm about to do something. I'm so mad. I learned, like, I learned last year, and I'm so mad at myself, because if you just do that, boom, for countless years, I would just go through this whole cycle, and I didn't know all you had to do was use Deku Nuts to speed it up. I felt like such a fool. Like, it's like, if you could just see how many times I've played this game and would go through the slow process of him block, 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 hit once, block, 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 hit again. And just knowing that, oh, you just use a Deku Nut and it speeds up the cycle. I was frustrated with myself. It's like, why? But it's good I know now, because now I don't have to worry about that in future playthroughs. And this right here, this is when I was talking about dying in that part. This was the hardest room. Like, these guys are actually in a 3-heart challenge. These are the hardest enemies in the game. Which is kind of funny because there's some enemies in Spirit Temple that can easily take you out in one hit, but these guys are dangerous. Especially my first 3 Heart playthrough when I did on the 3DS version. I was on Shadow Temple for like a week, just getting through the boat section where you have to fight endless Stalfos. Like it's relentless. Please get me something good. Every time that happens, it just... Should I unhook my microphone from my computer? Like, I think the game knows. Because every time I'm like, give me something good, or like, I'm gonna close my eyes, this might be a good item, they always throw that ice at me. It's like the game's taunting me. Like, this game, like, this is a really, like, atmospheric soundtrack. I mean, it has, like, a lot of really cool melodies, but it's really good at just building, like, a tension and a mood for a dungeon. Like, all the dungeon music in this game is very iconic and just it fits the theme perfectly. Like as it should, obviously. Like, every game should strive for that, of having consistent themes for locations and characters and all that, but this game does a really bang up job in that aspect. Like, I know everybody hates the water level. It can get... Oh, man. Do you know what's the timing on that? I mentioned water level and like clockwork, instantly they give me the iron boots. Sounds like the game's telling me something like, oh, water level, huh? Not so bad? Here's the iron boots. I always find it funny when I see it on like lists of worst Zelda dungeons. I'm actually trying to think of it now, like what is the definitive worst dungeons? It's a tough kind of question, because like, how are you going to define worst in terms of just enjoyment, like in terms of the puzzles, the structure of the dungeons, like it's kind of a multi-tiered question. Now, while I'm walking here, I kind of want to relay something I said in my previous series about Ocarina of Time, and just kind of what this game did for me back then. Because as someone who adored the first Zelda and actually really loved Zelda 2, like I actually really enjoyed Zelda 2. I think it's a good game. It's very different from the normal Zelda game and kind of the series standards, but I think for what it is, it's a very fun little RPG and does some pretty fun stuff. But I still remember, because Ocarina of Time was the first game I got for the N64. It's the first game I put in. I played Mario 64 after it, but Ocarina of Time was the first game. And I remember when the opening thing comes up with Link and Epona in Hyrule Field, I was completely blown away. Just because at that point in time, I hadn't seen that jump in 3D. Like the biggest 3D game at that time for me was like Wolfenstein 3D. That was about it. So seeing Ocarina of Time, just to me back then, that was like real life graphics. I was like, whoa, this looks crazy. Like now, of course, it doesn't look like that, but to me back then, it looked like real life. It's like, man, video games are looking great. And I watched that intro like 1,000 times. I kept restarting the system, and then when I actually played the game, the opening cutscene with Ganon and Link's dream, like I just kept restarting it because I wanted to keep seeing it over and over. Like, I think I didn't play the whole game, like the rest of the game, or at least start it till like 20 minutes. I just kept resetting, starting it back up, watching it again, and just going on and on like that. I think even above all that, what really got me with Ocarina of Time was that, because at that point, Legend of Zelda was probably my favorite video game at that point. Like, I was always playing Link to the Past, and just seeing like, wow, like Legend of Zelda in 3D. It's kind of like a mind-blowing thing to me. I think that's really why it was such like a big impactful moment. Not even like that, like it looked good, but just that this series that I was playing on like Super Nintendo that was generally 2D and like from a top-down perspective was now in like 3D. It was crazy. This dungeon went pretty smoothly overall. At this point, I'm pretty much done, but we're not done. Now the hardest part of the dungeon. In all my years of playing this game, this one puzzle here, I've never really like figured out like really the whole solution. I just kind of push the blocks till I get it. I know that sounds absurd, but that's really kind of how it's been. But I have this thing, so we are set. Alright, so now I can go fight Ganon. This should be a pretty easy fight. I'm not too worried about it, especially with how much health I have. Wow, that was fast. That was very fast. Alright. Looking good. Next time will be a part of dungeons and some side stuff. So that should be pretty good. Before this video begins, I have to give a little disclaimer. When I recorded this part, I had a pretty long day, and I was like, you know what, I need to get some of these videos done. So I recorded a good amount of them back to back. And when it got to like the middle or end of this part, things kind of went awry. It's pretty bad. I was going to cut a lot of this, and I realized like needs to be seen because it's very rare you're gonna see me this bad. And that was a perfect change in my desktop, and now I'm more sinister because I'm not messing around anymore. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll be ready. It's bad. It's bad. Still kind of crazy. I'm still looking. Like, I still have yet to get the boomerang. Like, I'm really curious where this boomerang is at. Now the big irony would be is if the boomerang is where this next item is. I'd love that, because then that means like, oh, screw Fire Temple, we're gonna go finish Jabu right now. Like get Child Link done. Yeah, minute 36. That's good. So we're set for this next dungeon. That's a good amount of time for most of the rooms in there, because most of the rooms that are like that, I'll be out pretty fast. I mentioned last part, I've been very excited for this dungeon. And if you've played this game and heard about abilities, you know exactly why. As you can hear in the background, since we are playing on 1.0, we get to hear the original Fire Temple music. And there's quite a long story to that. So let's hit a little quick story time real fast. So when this game first came out, the Fire Temple had a whole different song to it because it's long chanting in the background. And the whole video was very much that's why the original thing had long chanting in the background. To me, I have always preferred this version. It sounds just, it fits the dungeon theme so much better. Now that's not to say the song they picked for the other versions isn't like great. That's also another really good version too. Like it's a good song. But I always like 1.0. It gives it this like really, like I don't know. It really fits the theme for this dungeon. Going back to that thing of the music in the dungeons really fits the mood and the tone of what the dungeon is. But getting back to at least finishing it up to some degree. The original thing in this version has been brought back in the same. The only one version we got that. Also got fight at the end when he loses, he spits out blood and he spits out red blood. But every version he spits out green blood, so you like the SRB or someone complaining. So this is me, this is like the definitive version of Ocarina of Time. For this video, because I explained it terribly, go watch the game trailers Pop Fiction video on the Fire Temple channel. I put it's in the description of this video. Go watch that. It's a very, very good video. It's very informative on like learning where this chant came from, learning the history of this game and the versions and everything else. I should mention that now because I was just thinking of this, and it's something with this game and Zelda games in general. it's almost like I'm stuck on an endless, like, I have to keep tradition up. So you probably noticed, like, someone who's actively looking and paying attention to this small detail is that every time I put in an item on, like, the main important item always goes on the bottom, and like the bow and arrow always stays in the right, and the ocarina is always just perpetually there on the right. Every time I have played this game, they have always been in that location. I've never once said, let me put the ocarina on the bottom or put it where the bow is at. Like, it's almost like subconsciously in my head, like I just instinctively know right, C stick right is gonna be ocarina, left's bow, down is that. And when it comes to keeping traditions, I guess I just don't play around. For 20 years I've been keeping the exact same items in the same spots with no change in any other year. It's one of those games where, ooh, that's good. That's actually really good right there. Yeah, now I'm really playing. Now that I have like the double damage, yeah, I'm just playing so carelessly, just walking in the lava, and like, you better believe if I didn't have this many hearts, I wouldn't be coming into this dungeon like it's nothing, or would just be taking damage like that. Like, it's kind of dumb I just did that, because if you think about it, the more hearts I have, the more time I have in these like sensitive lava rooms. I just cut my time. I'm making it harder on myself. These weird like creatures. Actually, what's the technical name? Torch slug. Okay. I call them like the fire slimes. Wonder what they would look like in like a hypothetical Ocarina of Time, like full-on remake. Which I shouldn't have even said. I just opened up a whole other topic. Like, what would they look like in one of those terrible Unity Ocarina of Time demos that everybody on YouTube does? I don't know what it is. I cannot stand those. Like, I understand there's a lot of work in it. Like, I've tried my hand at something like that a few times, but it always looks worse. Like, it's always like they add like 1,000 different effects to the game, and it usually doesn't look that good. And it's like, what? It's like, it's pretty sad. Ocarina of Time on the N64 looks better than this Unreal remake. It's always like bloom is set to like max. The wind and grass effects are like set to max, and it's always oversaturated, and like everything just looks weird. There's no style or substance to it. It never just captures that feel. It always looks so lifeless. Like, the one that really got me was they did one for Super Mario Sunshine, and I was like, how did you turn Isle Delfino to like the most depressing looking place like on Earth? Like, it's so shiny and bright. Oh, there goes the bombshoe bowling prize. Like, how do you turn that area into something so depressing? Oh. I'm recording this video very late at night right now, so I'm probably losing losing some train of thought. I'm losing it. So if you're wondering why parts 7 and 8 are kind of like, man, John sounds kind of tired, or he's like really going on tangents, it's like that's why I'm recording this pretty late. Still pretty like kind of baffled at how I got lost in that room. I guess I forgot I had the key. Like, that's the kind of stuff where I'm like questioning, like, what, like, how did that happen? All right, that'll help. Now this room right here was the breaking point on 3 heart, because the bats are getting me killed. I'm getting hit by the blocks, getting hit by the fire, and I had to redo this dungeon countless times. Just imagine me dying like 80 times here, getting overtly frustrated. This is when you know I'm rusty, where I'm like forgetting things in the dungeons. I need to be like the Zelda dungeons YouTube, where like those people, like, they know these games inside out. It's like, how can I call myself a Zelda fan? It's like getting confused in Fire Temple. can I destroy these? Is it only the ones in? Yeah, I can't. Well, I'm so sorry, real Zelda masters out there. I'll hand in my jacket on Tuesday. Remember we never did record a part at this late an hour. I truly forgot. Here we go. This has been kind of an off episode. I just been like losing where I'm supposed to be, forgetting, stumbling words, deflating sentences and structure. Oh man. You know, thankfully a lot of stuff. Like, it's very rare when I will cut things from a GWC wrong series. I'm not even recording. It is very rare for me to cut things from Impractical playthroughs, but this episode, like, I am sure stuff is getting cut, because if I leave this in raw, it's gonna be like 90 minutes of me stumbling through this dungeon. No, hobbling through this dungeon. That is a more perfect summary of what it is right now. Like, this part right here is like the essence of like of this how you don't play. Just in terms of how forgetful I am of this part, and of how my gameplay's been too. Like, besides me stumbling and forgetting things, this gameplay has been less than ideal for me, of my standards. Wait, is this? Oh, it's this room. Oh man, be ready. I'm about to get these bastards. Okay. That's one. That's two. Alright. I did just let you know, I am still playing with that pretty bad controller I talked about since the beginning. I think at this point it is staying, even though I could easily play with a better controller. I think to keep things consistent, I will play with the same jank controller. I believe I've got everything for the most part. Like, I can't think. There has to be a room I'm forgetting. Ooh. This is a bad time for me to be being forgetful. So I have to think really long and hard about what I forgot, or what room I'm missing. Oh. It wasn't that room. I have to go back. I gotta go back. Why do I always miss? Why am I missing the easy stuff? It's like now I'm getting random. It's like I'm feeling randomized right now, because it's like the seed that I was supposed to be having at the beginning of this video should have been normal, and everything's just thrown together like. Barely even finished. If I can barely finish my sentences right now. You get to see a rare version of me, subdued John, punished John, where I'm tired. Well, it's already in here, so what's that one last key go to? Okay, there's no chest in there. Alright, so here's the game plan right now. There's one more chest in here. I cannot find it right now. I'm too out of my mind to go looking for it. I want to come back. So next part, I'm gonna go get it. So let's get with finishing this dungeon. Let's get out of here. I've had enough of Fire Temple. I forgot for a sec. There's a timer still going on. I need to hurry up fast. It's coming down to the wire. Oh. Ugh. Well, I am back again. So I went and got some arrows because I needed it for the fight, but also I took some advice on my own. I rested for a good week. So no more tired, no more that kind of bad. The beginning of this part sucked. Now it's getting good. That last part, I was really pondering, where's that chest? And I did find it at the new Scarecrow song in a room, which I was like, hey, it's Scarecrow. And I was like, yeah, I should have done it then. But we can do it now, so let's go. I didn't make it. Alright, let's try this again. This time get my controls straight on, but I am still using that jank controller. At this point I should just switch. I don't know why I'm like have this vendetta of keeping this PS3 one, because it does not control well. Ah, that's my luck. Where's that sculpture at? Like, now I'm really on the hunt. Like, actually, there's something I need to mention. In the previous part when I was in the Forest Temple, and I noticed it when I was watching that footage back, I missed that Skulltula right in the beginning. I don't know how, if I just wasn't paying attention or I was too busy in my own thought, but I can't believe I missed it. It was like right there. And I feel like such a fool. No waste of time. Better believe I'm gonna be spamming arrows too. I went into this battle ill-equipped. I didn't have the right tools. Every second in this battle is gonna count. Every hit, every arrow. God, I know it would be easier to use manually aim, but oh, this is. I'm not liking this so far. I'm kind of scared. Oh, you idiot Link. Ah! That's not gonna do diddly jack. Oh, wait. That's okay. That's cool that they actually refill the time too. See, I'm learning something new every time. I don't ever fight this battle without the red tunic. I can't wait to get blasted by someone I know. Like, you didn't know that? I knew that in my first playthrough. That's how I beat him the original way. You sure you played this game before? You sound like someone who doesn't know what they're talking about. Alright, I believe one more should do it. Okay, I just can't do what I did last time, where I completely missed a cycle. There we go. I'm not too happy about that. But the battle's over, so we're good. I needed that, so I guess that's good. And the Goron Ruby. With that, now we need to head back to Child Link. Actually, shit. You know what? I was gonna continue that in this part, but let's end it now. Let's end it on the graveyard, because this part was pretty dead for the most part, for half of it. Next part will be better, I promise. Ghost laughing at me. Stop it. Quick note, before I continue, I just want to say I made a quick detour over near Ganon's Tower. I wanted to pick up a quick Skulltula while I was over there. Here's some footage of it. I wanted to get that just because we are vastly approaching 20, which is what I set as the max Skulltulas. So we're almost close to that goal, and there's still those 2 items. So I kind of want to make this next part the Skulltula backtrack, and some other stuff. Also, we can now get Song of Time. This is gonna be kind of a midway part before we go back to a dungeon. Like, maybe at the end of this, I'll start Water Temple, but with how long that's gonna be, I almost want to say, like, maybe the next part, because that needs to be its own thing. Self-contained, getting into that dungeon. Yeah, Ocarina. Alright, now things are looking better. Yes. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you start a part out right here. So right now we have Requiem of Spirit, which we can head straight to Spirit Temple now. And I can do that stuff there. What was I trying to do with... Oh yeah, Skulltula stuff. Yeah, let's go do that. Wait, I don't have the boomerang. I can't get it. Oh, I was forgetting that thing I'm playing here. Oh, I can fill up on health here at least. God, what was that? Did you hear that butchering of that song? Of course, it's freaking out like, don't come over here. Don't milk me. There are a few more. I really want to get that one in Forest Temple. I really cannot believe I forgot that. Even watching back that footage, it's still so baffling how I just did not notice it. Like, I was so mad watching it back. Like, how did you not notice that? Like, come on. So I almost like I have to get that, redeem that one, and that has to be the last one I get for the game. Like, that has to be number 20. My mind's either like a 5 rupee, a bundle of arrows, bomb shoes, Deku sticks. Oh. Well, I did need that, especially for Water Temple. I'm gonna need some more hearts. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. We're going over there. We're gonna get some early items. Get that song. And I'm actually kind of happy because this saves me not having to do the Gerudo training, but I still feel I might have to do it just in case like a good item is there. Fucking stop. 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 Oh, the one time I want them to like blow it up, they just miss me. Wait. Perfect, actually. So we finally have our warp song, which is back there, which makes things easy. There's not much I can really think of right now. Maybe it'd be easy to do some of the stuff here, because then I can get that chest up there, but nah. Alright, so I've gotten every important song in the game, because Minuet is pretty pointless now. Although I shouldn't be saying it's pointless, because right now I have to go back there. I don't have the warp, so I gotta take the long way. Yeah, I did not get this one over here. I gotta go extra slow with this controller. God, I gotta get through this again. I've never had to do it so many times in one playthrough. Like, usually the game, unfortunately, gives me Minuet. Now, the one time it's like, maybe it'd be useful, the game doesn't. But I really can't complain, because had I not gotten Requiem of Spirit, I'd probably be, like, mad that they gave me this. It's like, I could have just walked back. So, in this situation, I can't really be picky. And it works out perfectly in my condition, so that means that that one Skulltula I missed will be the final one. So my plan in the end worked out. You know what? I will let him live. But just because I let that guy live doesn't mean I'm letting them live. Because you saw how they did me when I walked in here. Usually I let them live because I'm usually able to get to that wall. I don't get hit. Nah. This time I'm being very careful. It's like, nah, you're gone. Like, I really cannot believe I just forgot this one. Like, I could hear it too. Like, I heard it, I saw it clear as day, and I just didn't go for it. I don't know why, because I was still looking for the Skulltulas. Hey, remember what I said when I about to walk in here? Like, they're probably gonna give me like bomb shoes or arrows. Well, I wasn't wrong on that. They gave me my bomb shoes, exactly what I said. Oh. I completely botched this. I know what some are probably thinking right now. It's like, oh boy, this is the dungeon right here. But I'm actually looking forward to this dungeon, even though right at this point I cannot complete it just because I don't have the long shot and I don't have the boss key for it. I'm looking forward to at least doing it and just talking about this dungeon, kind of relaying some stuff too. First time I played this game, for like my first ever playthrough. Like, in all honesty, I'm actually looking forward to the water temple. Yeah, I'm going to call it right here. This is the perfect spot. We got water temple next time. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a little crazy too. This is the part right here. This is the pivotal part. Should be fine. Now the only issue that's gonna come into play is I do not have the long shot yet. Now either I pick up the long shot in this dungeon or I find it elsewhere. So I don't know, we're gonna see. I was actually having some issues with this controller. This controller, I feel it. You know, I've been talking about it this entire playthrough. It's causing me nothing but trouble. And I literally thought a second ago I was going to switch it out. I thought it broke because I could not turn. But it was kind of weird. The second I said I think I'm going to switch controllers, it automatically worked. It's like it knows. It's like, no, I have to keep going. And you may also notice my voice sounds way more coarse than usual. It sounds very deep, and it doesn't sound like you probably usually hear me. And that's due to that I got a cold. It's jacked up my throat. It's jacked up my voice. Believe me, if I'm speaking a little lower, but if I actually spoke a little higher, and I'll probably showcase it in a second. But if I try speaking my regular voice, I sound like this. I'm not even like playing any kind of like dumb little voice on. That's just how my voice is sounding right now. And it doesn't help that I'm recording this like while not under the the brightest of spirits, because I'm very forgetful. So this dungeon can go one of many ways, and we'll see soon how it goes. And even I was surprised a second ago how my voice sounded with that talking in like my regular key. Like, that sounded really funny. Like I really can't talk in my regular voice. Like this is how I usually sound. Like when I'm doing the recordings, I'm usually talking on a higher register, and it's not this is my regular voice, but I have to lower it, because if I don't, my voice cracks, and even right now it's a little hard to speak, but I am gonna soldier on. I'm hoping I don't get lost in this dungeon. And the water temple wasn't the, oh god, my voice is cracking. But it's not the worst dungeon of all time, as some people say. Like this dungeon has a lot of history over. If you've ever played this game, or you've talked to somebody who's played it, or you've gone on the internet, this dungeon is always just regarded as one of the all-time worst. Because it's very confusing, and really it all comes down to is that there's a key that you can just easily miss, and I believe it's the key in this room on the second floor. A lot of people missed that one, and there's a few other ones. But since I was on that topic of first playthrough, I still remember very vividly my first playthrough of this game. I've mentioned it before, but my first playthrough, it took me a bit to get through this game. And I remember Water Temple in particular was one that I was on for a long time. It would be one where it's like, okay, I'm gonna leave for a bit, I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna come home, I'm gonna play a little bit more, do my homework, get back on it, and keep making progress. It was pretty much that kind of strategy of all right, play a little bit, stop, play a little bit, stop, and get back on it. And it took me, I don't know the accurate time, but I'd say maybe a week and a half to beat it. And what a hard week and a half it was. This dungeon, yes, it did give me trouble playing it this first time. It was hard for me. I got stuck, but I really loved it. I was kind of weird is that I actually really loved water levels playing them as a kid in games. Like I know a lot of people really hate water levels because they're always like the worst ones, but to me the water level always had the best music. Like yeah, it was challenging, but the music always was like, you know what, this sucks, but the music's good enough that I can like get through this. It's like thinking of it now, like Donkey Kong 64, Gloomy Galleon, a really tough level, but great music makes me want to keep playing through it. I know a lot of people don't like Wet Dry Land from Super Mario 64. It's like, hey, it's got the great theme. Got the Jolly Roger Didar Doc's music playing. It's like, hey, I'll gladly play Wet Dry Land. You got that music playing in there. I mentioned maybe early on this playthrough in my other Ocarina time, but this game, there is always something new to be discovered with it, and literally like 2 or 3 days ago, a brand new glitch was discovered in this game that makes it possible to skip Kikiri Forest without ever needing the sword or any items, which is pretty insane, to be honest. At this point, this game could almost be beat with no items. Like, it's getting to that point. Some point in time, someone's gonna beat this game with no items. There's already videos of people beating the game with like 1 or 2 pauses, or beating the game with low items and no pauses. And like this game is always just gonna be like, just when you think like you've learned everything, something new is discovered, which it's just crazy. And the thing that makes it so good about it is that like Ocarina of Time is a broken game, but it's like it's broken in a way that like no ordinary player will ever do. Like my friend has played hours and hours of Ocarina of Time. You know what? He'll never accidentally pull off a wrong warp. He'll never accidentally super slide. This game is so well made that you have to really go out of the way to like break it. Like the game doesn't break you, you break the game. It won't be like a Sonic 06 where I'm gonna be like, yeah, you know, Sonic 06 is a pretty good game. Like, nah, that game's still not good. And my voice didn't help me saying that. It really didn't help. My voice cracked there. It just made me sound really stupid. Yeah, you know, maybe this was a bad time for me to record a video. Like, hey, here, you see John's new video? You see his voice cracking throughout it? I'm still scared because, like I said, I do not have the long shot. And I would hate to have to leave and like come back later on to finish it. I don't have the boss key to this dungeon, so depending on how things go, I may have to head to Shadow, because at least I have the boss key there. Maybe head to Spirit. And like I said, there's still some items on the map I have not gotten yet, so who knows? I may have to do Gerudo training. I might do the fortress. Kind of suck to do at this point, but I do not know where that key is. And I'm gonna get this now just so I don't forget it myself, so I'm not like 20 years into the dungeon and I'm like, wait a second, where's that key at? But hey, who knows? It might not be a key. Might be the long shot. Might be something good. Dang, like give me some bomb bags finally. Like it would be ridiculous if I got through this whole game and not once got the bomb bags. And I just meant like gotten through this whole game with the bomb shoes. It's like at this point, it's like, do I even need the bomb packs anymore? Every dungeon that like I needed it for is like complete, and I've proven that the bomb shoes do a serviceable job. But it's just ridiculous. It's taking me so long to get the bomb bag. Like, give it to me, game. This was the sickest part for me when I first played this game. It's like, oh shit, we're going back to Zelda 2 again. Got Dark Link again. Might I say, this battle stinks on 3 hearts. Like, had I gotten to this point in my original run, because exactly where my YouTube, like before my laptop got stolen, the last like thing I'd recorded was me getting to the entrance of the water temple. And I remember my 3DS run, this fight took me a while because I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna cheese it. I accepted doing a 3 heart on this mode. I'm gonna do it on a 3DS version. So I took it up, and it was hard. I was getting sick of that. So where were we? In other rooms. That was always the coolest effect to me too. It's just like how like that fog goes away and it makes it like, oh, you're just in a regular room like this. I thought it was like a whole different area. See, it didn't take much to impress me as a kid. Just stuff like that I thought was cool looking back. Ugh. Oh, this is not good. I gotta find this long shot, but even then, it's like I can't beat the dungeon. There's this room, but I need that god dang long shot. Your save may not even be fast enough. Yo, just in the nick of time. Oh man, that sucks. Really, at this moment, there is nothing I can do because I need the long shot. The long shot is really all that's keeping me away from this stuff because I'm right there. At this point, the dungeon is done. So unfortunately, the water temple did not have the long shot, and it kind of sucks. I feel like no progress is made. I gained nothing in this part except a heart piece, and that you heard me being sick. Next time when I return, I'm gonna either head to Shadow Temple or Spirit, or possibly Gerudo Fortress, so who knows. Now there's a whole lot of stuff over here. Maybe I should go over here and get some of this stuff, because like, look at all these items in Gerudo Training Grounds. Like, maybe this is where I should go to right now. I almost don't want to. So what I may do is I may try and enter Shadow, see what I can do. Even though I don't have Din's fire, I still have the fire arrows, so I'm gonna use a combination of those to get through it. Okay, seems to be working. Doesn't go out too, so that works to be better. It feels like a puzzle where it's like, oh wait, it does go out? Yeah, it does. Oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna change some things up then. I'm gonna head to, you guessed it, Gerudo. we're gonna do the whole thing over there. Now I'm gonna preface by saying that I'm probably gonna get captured quite a bit. I just know going in that's going to happen. You know, I've been delaying the inevitable for a bit. Let's hit training. And I believe this is the last time we will possibly see Epona in this playthrough, because outside of like getting the Gerudo, I can't think of any other moment where I need Epona to get somewhere, because like I don't need to go back to Lon Lon. I have all the teleportation songs, so I'm good on that part. So really, this is it. Kobe. There's one thing I forgot to do, and I've been neglecting it the entire time. Is that goddamn chest right there, that crate. So I'm gonna have to come back yet again to Gerudo Valley. I almost want. Should I just do it right now? Should I just go back to Child Link and come do this? Because it's gonna be haunting me throughout this entire section. So yeah. Oh. Oh. There we go. God dang. Here we are, back as Child Link. We can finally get this chest here. It has taken me half the game, but it will bother me no more. Ah, it's vanilla. Dang it. I think it's time to head back now. So let's actually now do the Gerudo Fortress. Alright, finally, we're back. I should have got more arrows. What am I thinking? Just going in here with like 21. Like he's gonna run out in like 5 seconds. All right, there's the first capture. And let me mute my phone. I don't want any more incidents of it going off again. Stupid kid. Stupid dog. Oh. Yeah, it's gonna you're gonna see a lot of this. Just a lot of me getting captured. The battles aren't too bad. It's just getting through is the hard part. Well, I wouldn't say hard. There's much harder. I've done harder stuff in this run already. Damn, like the bomb chew bowling is harder than Gerudo's Fortress. And I'm still not gonna let that go. And I got people gloating like, bomb chew bowling? That's what you got screwed up on? I got it my first try. It's like, hey, we can't all be good while recording. Like as bad as I was playing, I got bomb chew bowling first try when I played it on like my seeds outside of recording. It's only when adding in recording when it got bad. People have off days. I'm not gonna try and blame and say that it's because I'm recording that I'm doing bad. Sometimes I'm just bad. Like, and I hate using that term, no Johns, but like I'm gonna say it there. I'm gonna say no Johns on that one. I'm still mad about that term. No Johns. The thing that sucks is like sometimes I have a complaint that actually is like legitimate. Like if a controller is jacked, it's always like someone's just waiting like no Johns. It's like I get it. Yes, my name is John. The term is no Johns. I'll be playing like Smash or something on someone's controller, and it's like a controller with like the C sticks like bitten off. The analog sticks got like no grip to it. The buttons are all like sticky and jammed. And then they're playing on like a first party like great game controller, and then I can't be complaining like I'm losing, and they're like, man, what's going on? It's like I don't want to say what's going on because if I do, I know what's coming next. I know they're like, hey, no Johns. I can play on a lot of controllers. This controller is giving me issue at times, but you know what? I can still play the game. Oh, just did the dumbest thing you can do is like trying to sneak into place, walk in with your back turned. Where's everybody? Oh, now, do I want to do this part or wait later on? Actually, what I should try is should go up here and do this. Oh, dang it, my aim. God, dang it, this controller is not going to help this part. It's actually going to make this part really hard. Ah! Oh! Wait, I can still get it. I got it. Yeah, it'd suck if I missed it. Boo. Boo. Alright, let's keep at it. Pretty crazy. This is the longest part I've recorded for a Impractical playthrough so far. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a short part. Boy, was I wrong. Oh no! I was one off. One off. Yes! Finally. Oh my gosh. And it's the fucking vanilla item. Do you realize how long I have been on this mini game? I'm gonna put it up on screen right now. This is how long it took me to beat. So I can legit say bomb bowling was not the issue of the game. It was the horseback archery. Oh, even the horses are mad. They're like, yeah, you just wasted your own time. So yeah, I'm gonna call it here. So until next time, I'm John. See you later. Yeah, I'll get to that soon.